What is up, YouTube? Eradicate here. Today for our Friday analysis video, we have Keldeo. We'll be analyzing her. Obviously, Resolute form doesn't really matter or not. We have 5 sets for you guys today. We have Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, a normal Zeum move actually set, and then two Calm Mind boosting sets. So for our first one here, Choice Scarf, we'll go over all the teams for all the Pokemon sets first. We'll go over teammates, then we'll go over some counters and general kind of usages with this Pokemon. So for the first one, Choice Scarf, obviously justified on all these things. First one's Choice Scarf user, Hydro Pump, Secret Sword, obviously 2 great stabs. This thing's super annoying to deal with. And then you can run Icy Wind and Stone Edge. You can also run Hidden Power Electric, and then you can also run second water type move that's a little bit more accurate, because Hydro Pump with that 80% accuracy, it's going to cost you some fights. So I think the first Smogon recommended sets to actually run 2 water type moves. So for your coverage moves here, Icy Wind, obviously this is good against stuff like Garchomp, Salamence, Dragonite, Zygarde, and then stuff like Latios. It's weak against anything that's not like Dragon, so be careful. If they switch out to something that's like, I don't even know, something like a Fire type, and they're going to get a nice free hit off on you the next turn because your choice locked into Icy Wind. Because Ice Wind's only 55 base power, it's not like a Dragon type, and like usually a second type that's also weak to it. You're not going to be doing enough damage. And then Stone Edge is for stuff like Charizard Y and Volcarona, because without that in the sun, you're not going to be able to kill it quick enough. And you don't want to get revenge killed with Giga Drain on Volcarona or the Solar Beam on Charizard. Choice Scarf set for the spread, we run Speed Nature because we want to outspeed other Choice Scarf users such as Garchomp and other like 100 to 105 base speeders, because this thing's main use is revenge killing. This thing's not supposed to sweep through a team, this thing's not supposed to wall break, this thing's meant to outspeed stuff and then kill off weakened things. For our next one here, we have a Choice Spec set, Scald, Hydro Pump, Hidden Power Electric, and Secret Sword. Again, this one actually on Smogon actually recommends both Scald and Hydro Pump. Again, you can run Icy Wind, Stone Edge. It's usually a little less used on Choice Specs, is more of a wall breaking one. Usually you just want to hit one of your 2 main stabs, either Hydro Pump or Secret Sword. Scald is just there in case you can meta KO with a weakened power, but you don't want to risk having the accuracy issues with Hydro Pump. That can cost you a lot of games. And Hidden Power Electric takes care of a lot of water types such as Pelipper, Tapu Fini, Toxapex. And again, we're running Speed Nature on this. This time it's a little bit more obvious because you're only 108 base speed, you want to outspeed as much stuff as possible, and 357 Choice Specs boosted puts you right around what? I want to say 522. It's pretty good. Alright, for our third set here, we have a normal Zeum Z set, or normal Liam Z set. So this set pretty much is to beat stuff like Toxapex and Chansey and stuff like that, with the Hyper Beam after like a Calm Mind or 2. And again, you have your two boosts, or your 2 stab moves. Calm Mind, this set's a little riskier because obviously the only good move is Hyper Beam on this set. This thing is kind of like an anti-meta set to take out some of those more special walls after a Calm Mind or 2 boosts, because that Hyper Beam's going to hit super hard on like Chansey, Toxapex, stuff like that, that usually kind of walls you out. Hydro Pump, Secret Sword, again, just obviously standard coverage. And then for the move spread here, you can go Special Attack Nature, Speed Nature. It doesn't really matter on this one as much. I'd probably go Speed because you are boosting your Special Attack with Calm Mind. Again, this set's kind of risky because you don't have a Life Orb or like a Choice Specs to boost your damage, so your Hydro Pump and Secret Sword will not hit as hard as usual, so be mindful of that. Alright, so for the next one here, I just chose this one to be a Keldeo. Then we have a Leftovers Calm Mind Substitute set with its 2 stabs. This thing can be super annoying. If you switch on something that usually can't beat you, and you get a free Calm Mind or a sub up, it can be really annoying for some teams to deal with, especially later on game. Again, usually Keldeo, unless it's using the Choice Spec set, which is more of a wall breaking set, Keldeo is not going to be used until like you either have a good revenge killing opportunity or you have a good chance to set up with this one. A lot of times people will think your Choice Scarf, that's the most common set, so usually they will switch out. And this is a bit more wally sometimes. You can set up a substitute, like they switch into Chansey, thinking they can go for Toxic next turn. You can sub up, get some Calm Minds off, as long as they don't have Seismic Toss. I think a lot of them do, but even if they do, you can probably get 1 or 2 Calm Minds up before you take too much damage. Secret Sword, and then you're +2 Keldeo, which is pretty strong. For this set, I run Special Attack Nature and HP investment to keep them a little more bulky. You're going to need that on this set. Base 90 defenses isn't the end of the world, it's pretty good. Without investment though, it's not doing too much for you. However, with the HP investment, he's usually able to tank a hit or 2. And for our last set here, we have a Life Orb, Calm Mind, +3 attacking moves. I chose Icy Wind. Again, you can choose Stone Edge. I don't want to run that on this set as well. I wish you got some more coverage moves. That's the one issue with Keldeo. A lot of legendaries, like from Gen 5, like Cure and Black, they just have very shallow move pools. It really sucks. Like you think a legendary would be able to use a lot of different moves, like they would be legendary enough to use a lot of different moves, but apparently not. But for this one, I run Speed Nature, Special Attack, because again, you're going to be boosting up your special attack with Calm Mind, so you want as much speed as possible because your special attack can go through the roof after 1 or 2 Calm Minds. Obviously, the difference between this one and the last set is this one's a little bit more hyper offense with the Life Orb, while the last one gives you a bit more survivability with the Leftovers. I'm not really sure which one I would choose on a team. It really depends on the team. If you really need that more, if you're going for more of a bulky offensive feel, I would go for the Leftovers one. If you're going for hyper offense, obviously go for the Life Orb, Calm Mind. Get like a slow Volt Turn user, like a Rotom Wash. This is where I always talk about using that core. Rotom Wash, it's tried and true. Rotom Wash and Scizor are a very good combo with that. Anything really that's going to set up works wonders. Alright guys, so up next we'll go over some of the counters to each of these sets, and we'll go over some teammates for you. Alright, so generally there's 3 different kind of things, 3 categories that can take out a Keldeo. Bulky Water, Bulky Grass, and then faster Pokemon, because base 1 elite speed is not that fast anymore. So first off, Bulky Water, you have stuff like Tapu Fini, Toxapex in particular, unless your choice specs with Power Electric, you're not taking out Toxapex, and he's able to set up all over you and slowly burn you down or toxic you down. Not much you can really do about that. Against some other stuff like Pelipper that usually walls you out. If you have Power Electric, it's going to take you out. It really depends on the coverage moves you have. That's what Bulky Water will be able to take it out. Like Tapu Fini kind of loses to Power Electric, I think, but then it beats Stone Edge, Icy Wind coverage sets. And unless your choice packs, you usually won't be able to do enough damage. They can usually just out heal you with Recover, Slack Off, whatever they're using. So usually the water types will win. Gyarados again, obviously it can set up right along Keldeo-Resolute. It'll be faster after Dragon Dance with some speed investment, and then you can just go for your I guess you have Fly Z or Bounce Z. My bad, Bounce Z, or you can just go for like an Outrage. It'll probably kill it like +1 or +2. All right, Bulky Grass. You have stuff like Mega Venusaur and Tapu Bulu with like an Assault Vest. These things won't die to anything they have. Even if they have Icy Wind, won't do enough to these things. They can just one-hit KO back in return with a nice Stab Grass type move. And then some faster Pokemon. Stuff like, they had a few examples. Stuff like Latios, Alakazam beat non-Choice Scarf sets. And the Choice Scarf sets usually get walled out by more of the wallier stuff anyway. So if you're worried about Choice Scarf for Keldeo, you want to run something like a Toxapex, Mega Venusaur, Tapu Bulu, even a Pelipper, as long as they're not running like Power Electric, which usually isn't on Choice Scarf sets. And then, if you're worried about one of the powerful sets, like the Choice Scarf, or the Choice Specs, and the Life Orb, or like normal Museum sets, you're going on some faster Pokemon, or even like just Mega Venusaur really kind of is the perfect counter to this thing. One of the big reasons why it's a no-you, obviously it's a good mob besides just this, however it really is one of the best counters to Keldeo, so I definitely recommend if your team's constantly losing to Keldeo-Resolute, switch in like a Mega Venusaur. Alright guys, we'll go over some teammate options and then we'll finish up the video. Okay, so the teammates for Keldeo-Resolute, I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice, guys, so if my voice starts to go out, I'm sorry. One of the first teammates you really think about is Ferrothorn. He can set up spikes or stealth rocks, and forms a great coverage with Keldeo-Resolute. They really work well together. He's taking the flying and electric type moves that Keldeo doesn't want to take, and then obviously fire type moves are resisted on Keldeo, giving you a great switch in, and really builds your team a lot of momentum. Other options, like I said earlier, slow Volt Turn users, or even like a Landorus Therian if it's not running a Choice Scarf set. Really works well with Keldeo, bringing him or her in against a threats that you obviously wouldn't want to switch in. You want to have the other person take the bulk of the hit, like your Rotom Wash or your Scizor. Even Landorus Therian, as long as it's not like a Ice type move, will usually work pretty well for that. Other options, he struggles against Bulky Water and Bulky Grass, so things that kind of beat those. Charizard Y works wonders with this. It kind of sucks having the Sun set up though, so maybe a Charizard X. However, the Solar Beam is really good against stuff like the Bulky Waters for most of them, and then you have Fire Blast and the Sun against some of the Bulky Grasses that usually beat you, because Mega Venusaur doesn't want to switch in, or doesn't want to stay in against Charizard Y, even with the thick fat ability. Other options, other good sweeping choices, get a good like physical, like if you're running Choice Scarf on this, run like a run a Swords Dance Garchomp, forms a good special attack and attack core, and that works really well. Some other threats you can do. Other things you can do, Dragonite works well with this as well. Nice good coverage there, and gets him an opportunity to set up. And then once Dragonite kind of breaks through the, I would run Choice Band Dragonite to kind of do some wall breaking, then sweep up with Choice Scarf Keldeo-Resolute. They have pretty good coverage right there. They're not really overlapping their types at all, so that works pretty well. Any other suggestions for this team? Any other suggestions for Keldeo, guys? Just let me know. Any sets that you guys like to use, anything that kind of counters it that I didn't really cover, or good teams to use around it. I don't really do full teams for these videos. I can start doing that. I can start like making a full team with each Keldeo. That'll make these videos a lot longer though. I'm pretty sure guys like having the 10 minute videos instead of like a 25-minute video on these. So thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you next video. Hope to see you around.